The sun was just beginning to rise over the small town of Willow Creek when an old golden retriever named Loyal slowly made his way to the same spot he had visited every day for the past 2 years. His fur, once golden and vibrant, had dulled with age and weather, yet his spirit remained unbroken. He lay down on the cold earth, right beside the headstone of James Carter, the man who had been his best friend. Loyal had come into James's life as a tiny puppy, found abandoned near the town's riverbank. James, a retired schoolteacher, had always wanted a dog, and when he saw the frightened little pup shivering in the cold, he knew they were meant for each other. He named him Loyal, hoping the name would be a reflection of the bond they would share. For years, they were inseparable. Loyal would wait at the doorstep every morning while James read the newspaper, accompany him on long walks through the golden fields, and rest his head on James's lap as they watched the sunset from their porch. Their connection was one of silent understanding, a love that didn't need words. Then, 2 years ago, tragedy struck. James, though full of life, had grown frail with age. One cold December evening, as they walked their usual path home from the park, James collapsed. The paramedics arrived quickly, but there was nothing they could do. James was gone. Loyal didn't understand. He waited outside the hospital for days, hoping James would return, but he never did. When James was finally laid to rest in the town cemetery, Loyal followed the funeral procession, quietly laying down beside the grave, and he never left. The townspeople tried to take him in. Old Mrs. Thompson brought him food every morning, and the local veterinarian, Dr. Ellis, checked on him regularly. Many people offered him a warm home, but Loyal refused to leave James's side. Even on the coldest nights, when the ground was covered in thick blankets of snow, he would curl up beside the tombstone, his body shivering but his heart steadfast. Word of Loyal's devotion spread. Visitors from other towns came to see him, bringing food, blankets, and even small dog houses. But no matter what, Loyal always returned to his rightful place beside James. He became a legend in Willow Creek, a living testament to undying love and loyalty. As the seasons passed, Loyal remained. The spring blossoms swayed gently around the cemetery. Summer brought warmth to his tired body. Autumn leaves danced around him, and winter covered his resting spot in white. But he never wavered. His love for James was stronger than any force of nature. One stormy night, as thunder rumbled through the sky and rain poured down, a local reporter arrived to document the story. He took photos of Loyal, curled up under the heavy downpour, his gaze fixed on James's name engraved on the tombstone. The image spread far and wide, touching hearts across the country. Donations flooded in to ensure Loyal was cared for, but the only thing he wanted was to stay close to James. One autumn evening, as the leaves painted the cemetery in hues of red and gold, Loyal lay beside the grave, his eyes growing heavy. He had grown weaker, his steps slower, but his heart still beat for the man he loved. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Loyal took one last breath and closed his eyes, a peaceful expression on his face. The next morning, the townspeople found him there, lying still, as if sleeping. Loyal had finally reunited with James. They buried him beside his best friend, placing a small plaque that read, "Here lies Loyal, the dog who never left," a symbol of love that never fades. Years passed, but the story of Loyal never faded. The town of Willow Creek built a small statue in his honor, capturing the essence of his unwavering devotion. People came from near and far to see the memorial, leaving flowers, notes, and small trinkets in his memory. His story became more than just a local legend. It became a reminder of love in its purest form. Loyal's tale was shared in books, documentaries, and across social media, ensuring that his undying devotion would never be forgotten. And so, even though time moved on, Loyal's love remained eternal, proving that true devotion never dies.